Since 2006, Baroness has introduced into the U.S. market a successful lineup of reel mowers. Greens mowers LM56G and 18G, T-mower LM66T, rough mower LM285, and fairway mower LM2700. All of these have received rave reviews from many superintendents across the country. Their success helped build Baroness's strong customer base in the U.S. Among all the praises our products have received, there was one feature that stood out for our customers, and that is the exceptional cutting quality of the Baroness reel cutter.
The ability to top dress our fairways and for us to be able to go out and mow without any consequences of that sand going through the reels has been significant. It saved us a lot of time, and again, with the one grind in 890 hours, we've still been very happy with the quality of cut at all times.
Usually they'll cut paper when they come in from a mow. We've had literally no maintenance issues at all. And we've had one now for 2 years, over 2 years.
The sole purpose of a mower is to cut grass clean. For fulfilling this simple task, Baroness has committed itself to achieving the best reel design, creating the best production process, and using the best materials. This commitment has earned Baroness enthusiastic endorsement worldwide from those customers who particularly care about cutting quality. The Baroness reel mower's high cutting quality comes from the casting technique traditionally used for Japanese sword making. By choosing special materials and utilizing a manufacturing process that invests time and care, Baroness successfully created a reel cutter of exceptional quality. This gracefully curved reel blade resembles the beautiful shape of a traditional Japanese sword. The blade has the primary and secondary edges designed to assure cutting quality, and this design is also derived from the Japanese sword-making tradition. While having learned from the wisdom and technique of traditional sword-making, Baroness continues to improve its reel cutter by applying the latest technology, knowledge, and innovation. In this video, we would like to show you how Baroness's own craftsmen create reel cutters, not just by controlling the production efficiency and data, but by utilizing their own skill and commitment to quality. Everything we do is done for our customers. This is what Baroness believes in. The history of the Japanese sword is said to date back to the 10th century. During the so-called samurai era, the Japanese sword was valued not as a weapon, but as a spiritual symbol of the samurai. It often played a significant role as a medal of honor and a family treasure. Even now, the Japanese sword-making process remains the same. There are still many swordsmiths who continue to create Japanese swords as works of art using the traditional process. The primary characteristic of Japanese sword making is the way steel is hardened through repeated flattening and folding. Steel is repeatedly heated to an extreme temperature and pounded into the shape of a sword that is hard to break and bend, yet cuts well. Japanese sword making cannot be accomplished just through the use of numerical data. It is only possible through the experience, knowledge, and skill of the craftsman. A Japanese sword is made one at a time by the careful hands of craftsmen who have dedicated their lives to this work of art. It is imbued with the feelings and wishes of the swordsmith. In it lives on this millennium-old Japanese tradition of cutting tool manufacturing.
Baroness has always strived for manufacturing a reel cutter that is resilient, unbending, and hard to chip away, following the tradition of Japanese sword making. We still respect the wisdom and technique of our predecessors.
Baroness is committed to and has succeeded in manufacturing high-quality reel cutters by learning from the traditional technique of Japanese sword making and improving on it. Now, we would like to introduce you to the production process of our reel cutter.
基本的に芝を刈るということが
Since the main purpose of the mower is to cut grass, the reel cutter is the heart of the mower. We focus all our expertise toward improving the quality of the reel cutter.
そこへうちの全技術を集中する
A skilled worker always checks the condition of the reel blade material one by one at the beginning of the grinding process. After examining the materials by sight and touch, he cleans each blade carefully and sets it on a processing machine. The surface of the reel blade is ground gradually and carefully to the appropriate thickness. Then, on another machine, the blade's surface is finely polished. Next, each reel blade is bent one at a time by a special machine. This is one of the most important production steps of the Baroness reel cutter. One by one, the blade is carefully bent. The accuracy of this bending is extremely important for the quality of the product. On the Baroness production line, a skilled worker always uses his sight and touch to check the finished quality of the reel blades after they are processed by the machine tool. This step raises the degree of precision and elevates the level of perfection for all Baroness products, rather than seeking defective parts. At this point, a skilled worker once more manually checks the quality of each bent reel blade.
個々の熟練
It is critical that each step during the manufacturing process is completed with precision, which requires the skill of a craftsman. We have about 15 skilled workers who specialize in reel cutter production. One of these have been working here as a reel specialist for 27 years.
At this point, we begin to assemble the reel cutter. Reel blades, bent into a high precision curve, are individually welded into a reel by a skilled worker before they are sent to the final welding. This process could be done mechanically, but Baroness chooses to have it done manually in order to assure more accurate installment. Creating a perfectly round reel cutter without uneven spin is only possible with the hands of a skilled worker, something a machine cannot do. The combination of manual welding and robotic welding is a process unique to Baroness. Those reel blades accurately fitted by a skilled worker are then welded by a programmed robot with precision and speed. At the next step, the assembled reel cutters are transferred to a hardening facility. This hardening process further strengthens the steel. The reel cutters are heated at 1,616 degrees Fahrenheit for 1 hour. The result is red-hot burning steel. To increase the level of resilience, the red-hot reel cutters are instantly cooled in special oil, which helps increase the resilient nature of the steel. This is an important process to enhance the quality of the reel cutters. The same process is also used in Japanese sword making. After the hardening process comes another manual inspection. Our most experienced worker carefully inspects the quality and level of precision by checking to see if there is any amount of distortion to the reel cutter caused by the hardening process. Any reel cutter that doesn't meet our standard is removed at this point in the process. The experience and knowledge of a skilled worker provide the best possible quality assurance. All the reel cutters that have passed the manual inspection proceed to a paint lab where the cutters are coated with our signature Baroness red color. The production process of the reel cutter is almost complete. The next step, polishing the blade edge, is the process directly connected to the quality of cutting. A reel blade has a primary edge and a secondary edge, and they are slowly and carefully polished at different stages. The pursuit of the best material and form results in a reel cutter of superb cutting quality. The last step of the reel cutter production is a check by a sensor to determine whether the completed reel cutter spins in perfect cylindrical rotation. Here too, An experienced, skilled hand makes a minute adjustment to the reel cutter. Through a rigorous inspection, any defective product is removed from the production line. A finished reel cutter resembles the beauty of a Japanese sword. Baroness reel cutters could be considered a work of art rather than an industrial product. The finished reel cutters are swiftly installed into the Baroness reel mowers. Some are stored in the parts center. In this scene, you can see how a Baroness LM56G is assembled. The staff here specializes in assembling a finished product. After the assembly is complete, they carefully make final blade adjustments until everything is correct.
By thoroughly fine-tuning our products, we make sure that our customers can start using Baroness products immediately after delivery.
All the Baroness reel mowers are equipped with this type of carefully and expertly crafted reel cutters. Manual work might seem inefficient, but it is a necessary process to produce a reel cutter that does its job: to cleanly cut grass.
We don't mind incurring the cost where it is necessary. We don't cut corners when it comes to the quality of our products. We believe that our mower's cutting quality and how long it stays sharp far exceeds any competitor's product. All of our staff are committed and always do their best to create a product for our customers with high precision and superior cutting quality. What makes Baroness stand out is our reel cutter. Once you experience the quality of our mowers, you will know what we mean.